long time ago, Chauncey Billups had a pretty great jump shot. He also defended some of the great shooters who basically have ever done it. I would say Klay Thompson is in that category. Of whom does he remind you? And
yes.
How's he so good?
He is. He reminds me of a guy that I went to battle with in the backcourt every single night, whose jersey's retired in Detroit. Rip Hamilton. Because they move so well without the basketball. Let's go to the tape and let me educate you people.
Yes.
Rip was so great off of ball movement. We watch him right here against one of the other greats, Ray Allen. Now, that move right there of creating separation is going to make sure that assure him to get that shot.
Whoa.
Now, Ray's chasing, doing as good as he can. Now you have Kendrick Perkins, who he meant to go off of his side, and they say, listen, I'm one dribble away from getting me a shot off because I did such a good job of creating space early on. Now, Klay Thompson, also great, not good, but great with ball movement. Now you look at him right here, he has pretty much a single double opportunity. He can go off one way, but he chooses to go off of the double screen, which you will see is a smart move. Does a good job with Rudy of creating a little contact, but look how close he comes off of Boogie's screen. And guess what? That's Pau Gasol. Why does he go that way? Because Pau can't switch. He can't affect the play. Rudy does a good job, just like Rip. That's a one dribble pull-up for an easy bucket. Now, Rip Hamilton usually uses down screens for mid-range jump shots. Now, Ray Allen gets caught up in the mix again, trying to shoot the gap, Rip gets his feet set, knocks it down. Now, Klay Thompson, he doesn't use his for mid-range jump shots most of the time, but you look at him right here. This defender is already done. If you don't create some contact and have some physicality, you're in trouble. He's gonna do a good job of, again, picking the big man's side to come off of. And now this is the biggest difference between Klay and Rip. Paul, he comes off of that screen for the 3-ball, while my guy Rip was a mid-range killer. Now look at the last 4 years.
Come on.
3 of them prior to this year, he was #1 in the league and probably by a mile at catch and shoot jump shots per game. This year, he's #2, only to Steph Curry.
He's slacking.
This guy is a beast.
Yeah, without a doubt.
All right, but is he the best wing shooter in the game right now?
I think he is the best wing shooter in the game right now. And if I was going to teach a kid how to shoot, I would tell him watch Klay Thompson's, because fundamentally he keeps his elbows straight. He's on balance. He holds his follow through. He does everything you should learn as a kid as a shooter. I mean, this is the perfect jump shot in my eyes.
I mean,
I haven't seen.
It's the prettiest shot I've ever seen.
Absolutely. If you watch him, kids, he's on balance every time. He comes off the screen full speed. He's always catching it. His feet are toward the basket, and it's just straight up and down. And he's consistent with it every single time.
if you're going to chart the value of all the positions, wing shooter and guard, point guard, where are you putting?
Oh, point guard's #1. You know it. Come on. You know
I
I'm
thought
going
you would
point
take
guard.
a minute and think about it.
Oh,
Good
no.
Lord.
Listen, you can't do nothing without a point guard. I'm going to say that right now. But
Can't do anything. Well, Detroit, when they won, they didn't have a point guard. They had Rip,
no, they didn't.
Rashid, and
They
Ben.
had the
Big
MVP
Ben.
of the series, that's all.
I love it when Chauncey gets braggy. Yes. Fine, back to Paul. Who's the best wing shooter of all time?
The best wing shooter of all time?
Ooh.
Right now, it's Ray Allen, but it will be Steph.
It will be.
It will be Steph.
He's not a wing, though.
Wait.
What is Steph?
He's a point guard.
He's a wing guy.
What?
He's a
happening?
wing guy. He's a combo
Man,
guard. That's not a point guard.
Get this show over with,
He's
man.
a wing guy. But Ray Allen, he's
So
the best
Steph
pure
Curry
shooter of
is
all
not
time.
he's a wing guy?
Yeah, he just
What is
plays-
a wing guy?
He just
I like
plays
it.
the point.
Wing guy's fun.
He's a combo.
He's a hybrid.
And then Klay.
Okay,
Those
so
two.
right now it's Ray
Clay's
Allen. Then it's going to be Steph.
Then it's going to be Steph,
Then it's going to
Klay.
be Klay? Wow, that's a weird chart. Okay.
Well, the numbers are going to speak when it's all said and done.
Would you get this segment over with?
No,
Dude,
we got more.
I mean,
all right, at least we can agree that Klay's amazing. He's a great NBA player. But here on the show, we've established a metric that really no other show can consider.
I thought this was an era of position.
I'm not sure I would call this an
goodness.
advanced metric, but it is a metric.
If we don't keep it real,
Dirty, nasty truth.
I could probably get a layup versus the Lakers right now.
whoa.
Oh, I had them broad shoulders. That's why I could just put the shoulder in you. DeMar reminds me a lot of myself. You see all these kids doing the step back is because I pioneered.
Oh, my. So
the
you
film.
created the step back?
Oh, I just made it famous.
Okay, so we've got some numbers here, Paul. You're 8th all-time in three-pointers made, Klay 18th. You'd scored over 2,600 more points over the same span as Klay's career. So I ask you, is Klay a better wing shooter than you were in
Yes.
your prime?
But you're asking Paul.
What, is he a better?
Wing shooter. It's okay. You can say yeah.
I'm going to say no. Because this is why. In clutch situations,
Why are you staring at me like that?
it was money in the bank.
He's-
You haven't
listen.
seen Klay in these situations
That's
quite a
okay.
bit.
You want
They
me to
don't
tell you
go
this?
to
You want me
him.
to tell you what it is?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you got
Translate
Klay.
this
If
for
you
me.
got Klay down the stretch and you got me down the stretch, who you want shooting that three?
Oof. Now that I know you,
Uh-huh.
I don't
I'm
know
telling you,
you.
listen.
Come on.
Paul Pierce
Come on.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
Come on.
was a
man.
better wing scorer.
Okay. Oh.
And I would say he's a better player than Klay.
Okay.
But just
If the
shooter,
game is on the line and you got the shot for three, who you want taking it, me or him?
wide open, I'm taking Klay.
Come on.
Wide open, I'm taking Klay.
Okay, wait. Is there in which version are
Look
you
at that.
taking?
Dallas.
Now, if I need an ISO and I got a guy on the wing, I'm taking Paul Pierce. I'm taking the truth. Wide open, I'm taking Klay.
Anybody can do it when it don't count.
That's fair.
So you saying Klay's not clutch?
That's what
We
he's
don't
kind of
know.
saying.
We don't know. He doesn't really get those situations because he has KD.
He's got a lot of
Steph. He has a lot
friends.
of guys. So when that pressure,
I like my
comes-
chances with Klay with the open shot for game time. I'm sorry.
A lot of segments of TV. That was
lot of
definitely
hate,
one of them.
lot of